Hell is breaking loose on 6th Avenue. You need a permit to protest or demonstrate here in New York. But this anarchist group came forward. They really are one of the least attractive groups of demonstrators I've ever seen. One of the leaders, I guess, if violence breaks out, don't worry, we can handle it.
All right.
Our Fox News team can...
Yeah, you can Google or YouTube Alex Jones gets arrested in New York and see his takeover Geraldo's outside live TV show. Just from bullhorning from outside the gates, they still arrested me, didn't release me and drop the charges. But this is finishing up with their hit piece on Charlie with their disinformation. All lies. Here it is.
Own eyes and witnessing what happened when those planes smashing into the buildings. And I think unintentionally, I am sure they are hurting the victims' families, the survivors, because they continue to raise this preposterous notion that the United States government would be so hideously manipulative that we would kill almost 3,000 of our own citizens as a pretext to going to war in Afghanistan. It is false on its face. It is extremely insensitive. And if it weren't for the fact that they are sincere but misguided, I really would feel even more emotional about it. But I think it is very, very a negative vibe that it's one of these things like Area 51 with the aliens in New Mexico. No matter how you define it, they still believe it.
Is crazy?
Yeah, I do.
Okay. I think he's crazy.
I think that he has a trick gene or a screw loose. I think that he is an addictive personality, a wonderful actor. And listen,
yeah, but he's hurt his career. Look, Rosie O'Donnell's career is nowhere sound a drain because of her radicalism. He's hurting his career now. Geraldo, everybody, directly ahead. Where's Bin Laden? How come?
All right, ladies and gentlemen. So there's all the disinfo, all the propaganda. Now I'm going to try to take 7, 8 of your calls here. I can give each caller 1 minute. I love hearing from you, but have your point, have your question ready. Let's go to Robert in the United Kingdom on the international lines first. Go ahead, Robert. You're on the air.
Hi, Alex. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Go ahead.
I saw your video about 9/11 a year ago that totally blew my mind. And last night I watched the video about Obama, and I didn't sleep the whole night. And I've got a network on Facebook of over 300,000 people, and all I was thinking in my head was, we need to go and use social media to go and spread the stuff that you are doing while we still got the opportunity. Because I am damn sure of it that within the next year to 2 years, we're not going to be able to use that, and they're going to use it against us. I will beg and encourage every single person. I'd love to ask you for this as well, Alex. If you could put the trailers to your video in a place where we can download them and tag every single friend that you have in those videos so we spread it like wildfire.
Well, sir, we do have at prisonplanet.tv, Fall the Republic, The Obama Deception, Endgame, all my films trailers in high quality, and they're all on YouTube as well, so you're absolutely welcome. Are you saying you just now woke up to all of this?
I woke up to this stuff from your videos about a year ago, and you were the only person that I saw that wasn't putting like stupid, wild, far-out stuff in there. That was like, the 9/11 stuff was just hardcore facts and documented.
Well, you saw what Geraldo did. He tried to inject the UFO, Area 51, Nevada, he couldn't even get the state right, he said New Mexico, into it, and that's what they do. They have to do that. They have to mix us. Notice all these other shows they have where they mix conspiracy stuff that's provable in with chupacabras and Bigfoot and space aliens, and that's fine. But that's not my show. What I cover can be documented. I appreciate your call, sir. Good to hear from you. I mean, people's interpretation can be different than mine, but the facts are there and have to be looked at. Face the facts, demand the truth. Anthony in Pennsylvania, you're on the air.
Hey, how you doing? I just wanted to bring up the No Place for Hate campaign, which is going around in schools across the country right now. It's openly funded by the ADL. Do you know anything about that?
Yes, and they're also training the police, and they've got bills introduced in Congress, the Cyberbullying Act and the Hate Bill. One of them's passed the House, the Hate Bill, where they arrest you for what you say, even if it isn't calling for violence. And if anybody ever acts on violence and they say you were a listener or a reader, if they were a listener or a reader of you, you get arrested. And the Cyberbullying Act says if someone says you hurt their feelings, it's a federal felony. So, yes, they're trying to end the First Amendment.
Yes. And in my high school, where the No Place for Hate campaign is, they sent around a form, and it pretty much says if you say anything politically incorrect, the police can be called.
Yeah, send me that form. I know about the national campaign that the feds are funding. I appreciate it. Good point. Yes, No Place for Hate campaign. In fact, I need to do a show on that. And they're now saying, don't criticize the government or we'll arrest you. There's no law. They're just doing it. They're trying. Folks, they've now recruited the Girl Scouts of America to, quote, make sure their families do what Homeland Security says. That's in the AFP's article. And to get ready for terror. And the Boy Scouts are in the New York Times with photos with M16s training to take on, quote, disgruntled veterans and gun owners. And the DHS report we broke and the MIAC report says the #1 threat to Homeland Security is veterans and gun owners. The government is rogue and criminal, folks. It's 2 minutes to midnight. What happened to Russia and China and Germany and every other country is now happening here. This is real. Let's talk to Ruth in Florida. Ruth, you're on the air.
Hi.
Hey, Ruth.
I'm really, really glad to be on the side of the truth here. I admire you guys for your walking the truth and talking the truth. I think it's wonderful now that they're starting to get caught in all their lies. Mom always said, give them enough rope and they'll hang themselves. So you just keep doing the truth, and we'll keep doing it, too. Those bubbles of truth will rise out of this sea of lies. So,
out of the cesspool. What do you think about them saying a couple thousand people were in D.C., but Homeland Security admits 2 million?
That was a freaking riot. I mean, it's like every time they say something stupid, I figure there's at least a couple million people around this country.
Listen, the local
going, what
Austin...
a moron.
Exactly, ma'am. I appreciate your call, Ruth. The Chronicle a few years ago, our local weekly rag, said that Sintra of Spain is not owned by Spain. I mean, with a straight face. I mean, these people, I don't know how long they think they can get away with this. I'm sick of it. It's our country. Quit trying to make us your slaves, you carpetbagging people. Let's go ahead and talk to Amber in Ohio. Amber, you're on the air.
Hi, Alex. I wanted to say that my fiance mentioned something about Geraldo drawing stuff in the sand to inform our enemies. And so if he's a traitor against the United States, then why does he have any credibility still?
I don't know what you're talking about. I mean, how does Geraldo have credibility? I've been on Geraldo's show a few times because I was the last person to interview the D.C. madam and warned her they were going to kill her. But that was a separate issue. He had to have me on because I was the only source. I don't think Geraldo has any credibility with that Stromboli mustache.
He was just, my fiance was saying that Geraldo drew stuff in the sand to let our enemies know what we were doing. I didn't know if you had any more facts about that.
I don't understand, but thank you. Send me more info, Amber. Dan in Michigan. Dan, you're on the air.
Hi, Alex. I just want to let you know the word is getting out. I know 3 people that were in D.C., and them not being real good with numbers. They said there was at least 500,000 or more there. So, the word is getting out. You have inspired me to go on ahead and start writing my own newsletter. I ship out via email about health, just health, the stuff that you talk about, the stuff I find, other articles on the internet.
Good job.
And
get involved.
The word's getting out, man.
God bless you, sir. Going to jam in another call. By the way, callers, you can continue to call in. Jason Burmis is live for 3 hours. That is on your local Amber FM station, Infowars.com, the audio streams. He's coming up for 3 hours on a host of issues. Real fast, let's talk to Evelyn in Tennessee. Evelyn, go ahead.
Is my audio coming in all right?
Yes. Oh, it's Ian. I'm sorry, I read it wrong. Go ahead. Or Evan. Evan, go ahead. Go fast. We're almost out of time.
I just wanted to speak to the fact that, with what the mainstream media is doing, exactly what they have always done. There's about 2 million people out there who all have friends and family whenever they get back home, and they're talking about this wonderful experience and liberty that they had, and everybody around them is wondering what they're talking about. That's going to plant the seeds for the future. They're going to help wake some people up here in some time, and that's all I got, brother. You have a great one.
God bless you. Great way to end it. Thomas and Dan, others you can hold for Burma's coming up. Look. That's what we're talking about. Liberty, the spirit of liberty, the spirit of 1776, being infectious, spreading, getting involved. So what if people laugh at you when you first get involved and when you go to city council or county commissioners or the state house to speak, or when you go to a rally, or you put out a neighborhood newsletter, or you speak out, or you call into talk radio. We're the majority. All the polls show it. We're the constitutionalists. We're on the side of right. The establishment's on the side of wrong. Corruption is growing, but as that corruption expands, for every action, there is an equal reaction. And we are that reaction. And realize the power you have. And realize, don't let them divide and conquer us. Whether you're police, military, average citizen, school teacher, doctor, lawyer, radio host, newspaper reporter, stop towing the controlled left and controlled right party line. Break out of it. Shatter the paradigm. Stand up for liberty. Black, white, Hispanic, Asian, old, young, Christian, Muslim, Jewish, whatever. Don't let them divide us. Stand up for sovereignty. Stand up against the global New World Order, tyrannical, eugenic state that is being set up. Excellent job, crew. We'll see you at Infowars.com. God bless you all.